I don't want you to get, until you get comfortable, I don't want you to begin counter trading. That's my problem with swipe trades, because they call the pullbacks out. Don't do that yet until you know that you know, because the problem is you can't. I will say with the cloud, we kind of can cheat a little bit. If it's a pullback, it shouldn't break through all the way to the other side of the cloud.
Right.
It should only be a magnet to the ceiling of the cloud, or the base of the cloud. Maybe get in the middle, maybe, but it shouldn't break through the cloud if it's a real pullback. This is without news, this is without everything else. So the problem with, you know, you look at this, you're like, oh my gosh, this pullback, I'm gonna have to wait. This is not another psychological side. Man, I gotta wait that long? Well, the pullback 700 pips. You could trade it. You could. Just know that, man, you better not hold it long because it's still momentum. So here's what I do. Instead of being greedy, I'm gonna sit here and say, it's supposed to pull back 700 pips. Surely, if it's supposed to kind of pull back that far, remember you can't use that green line to measure how deep the candle's gonna move per se. But if I can say that it's gonna move 700 pips, then I can get 300. And I'm gonna shoot for 300. I'm not gonna try to get them all out of that pullback. Where swipe trades goes wrong is they pull this 100 pip pullback, they counter trade it. And new people are in profit, but then when they go back and look, they're negative because it's a pullback. And you shouldn't be really trading the pullback unless you know what you're doing, because that take profit may be off. It may not get all the way up to 700 pips. I'm telling you, it may not. It may only get to 300. It may only get to 200. And what happens with swipe trades is they're calling out these pullbacks. And those pullbacks, they're saying it's going to be a 100 pip move. And it really be like 30 and 40. And then you happen to look down and you're like, oh, I lost. Or I'm done using these swipe trades. They don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I know personally 2 of them. So I know that they know how to trade, but the problem is they're counter trading. And you don't want to counter trade until you really know what you're doing. Don't just be patient and wait for the pullback and then get in. Once you've traded enough and you can recognize pullbacks, or you want to watch the trade to know when to close it because it's changing momentum, then you can trade those. Otherwise, man, wait, set an alarm, wait for that. And if you're comfortable enough to wait, notice it's going to peak up a little bit and it's going to drop like crazy. It's going to drop like crazy. Therefore, I can see this thing moving about 1,300 pips. I'd rather wait. Or if you want to counter trade it and take something. Now here's the,
I don't want to go up against the trend.
and that's why I said I wouldn't. I really wouldn't recommend going against the trend anyway. The trend is your friend. Mm-hmm. Don't go against the trend. But here's the thing: if it pulls back 700 pips, do you think you can get 10?
Yeah.
Do you think you get 50? Do you think you get 10 pips a dip? Absolutely. And that's what Dr. K does sometimes. Is she wants to counter cheat trade. When that thing, the line, remove those lines. When they cross, you can get 10 pips. Whether it's in the opposing direction or not is why you have some drawdowns sometimes with even her trades. Because with spread and entry and things like that, you're automatically negative. But then the second problem is if she's calling a buy US Mexican peso now 10 pips, and then you may can hold it a little bit longer, but I wouldn't, because she may have called it against the grain. And that's why, man, I'm still negative, and I thought this thing was gonna move. She may be a little early because she may be counter trading. It's just so many other variables. Now, that's why I like the cloud so much. Now in closure, here's what's nuts. I'm gonna add back, actually I want to add the rest of this. I'm gonna add the money line.
Where's that money line? I'm talking about.
This, friends, practice this on them. This is crazy. And I'm about to, man, y'all gonna really appreciate this. When she showed this, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even use the lagging line. I removed it. Here's how you use it. When it's pointed down, look to the left, okay? When it's talking about sales right now, pretend the rest of the cloud isn't there, because it's not. You didn't see it before now. It's pointed down, okay? Look to the left and see what the market's doing. This is how you use the lagging line. I'm gonna zoom in a little, and I'm gonna slide over as best as I can. Y'all may have to get closer for this. I'm trying not to cover this up.
That's a really big gap. Maybe a different pin.
So when the market is pointed down, look where it is to the left, all the way as far left as you can, which would be here, somewhere around here, right? What happened after that? If we were to trace this, okay, if we got right here where you look left, you put a piece of paper and you traced it, you would see that that market has to pull up. It has to. It's going to pull up and then it's going to drop again. Well, isn't that what we just saw the cloud say?
Right.
So what she uses it for is how far ahead she can go now is based on that lagging line. I want you to practice that though. I'm going to try to find a better example because
Yeah, that's just for.
They're really far apart.
I want to find another one. Let me see.
See how low that lag